A very warm good morning, dear students. Dear students, we are just dealing with the chapter called local self-government in rural areas, chapter 3. And I think we are just on a Nyaya Panchayat. I think you might have learned about, you all know about the Nyaya Panchayat, okay? That is in the village level only. The Nyaya Panchayat is now judicial system that is in the village level, local level. So we had seen already. So once again, we'll just read it out. It is a village court with one Nyaya Panchayat for every 3 or 4 villages. So every 3 or 4 villages together they are having this Nyaya Panchayat. So each village panchayat elects a member to the Nyaya Panchayat. So each village panchayat elects a member to the Nyaya Panchayat. The Nyaya Panchayat is headed by a Sarpanch. The Nyaya Panchayat is actually headed by a Sarpanch and it hears minor civil and criminal cases. So it is hearing minor civil and criminal cases, small cases only it is dealing with. So if it is not able to solve the problem there, so we can just move to the district court. That is what. If a person is not satisfied with its decisions, that means if a person is not satisfied with the decisions of the Nyaya Panchayat, so then usually slowly he can approach to the district level. Okay, district court he can approach. There is no problem. Yes, we will move to the setting up of a Nyaya Panchayat is of a great significance, especially in a country like India. Villages are spared undue expenditure and irrigation over minor issues. Speedy justice is provided to the villages. So actually villages are spared undue expenditure and irrigation over minor issues. Villages are spread. That is a litigation only. Sorry for that. Villages are spared undue expenditure and litigation over minor issues. Speedy justice is provided to the villages. So that is important. No, speedy justice is provided by this local government only. That is the Nyaya Panchayat. So you know that if they are approaching to the district courts, it will not be that much effective. Means small cases are there. If the people are just approaching for that cases, they are approaching to the district level, that will be very difficult for them, because it will be very rushy that time. It will be many people will be there, so the number of the people will be also very high. Okay, especially in a village level. The district level. I mean. Okay, so that is important to have a Nyaya Panchayat. So it has got a Nyaya Panchayat has got a very good significance, very important significance in that way. So we can see the village level Gram Sabha. Let us see that the village level Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha is like a village assembly and meets at least twice a year. Okay, let us see now. Okay, students, we can just continue. The village level Gram Sabha. Okay, about that only we were just dealing with. The Gram Sabha is like a village assembly and meets at least twice a year. So the Gram Panchayat village level Gram Sabha also is meeting twice a year, and all men and women who are 18 and above are its members. So Gram Sabha's members are the all men and women who are above the age of 18 and above. 18 and above age, they are the active members of this Gram Sabha. So some of the important functions of the Gram Sabha are given below. So some of the important functions of the Gram Sabha are given just below. So you can just note that. First one, it elects the members of the Gram Panchayat. So actually Gram Sabha, that means that is only electing the members of the Gram Panchayat who look after the day-to-day functioning of the Panchayat. You see, it is only electing the members of the Gram Panchayat. First function is that it is the Gram Sabha, the members of the Gram Sabha, or the actually the Gram Sabha is electing the members of the Gram Panchayat. What is the duty of the members of the Gram Panchayat? To look after the day-to-day functioning of the Panchayat. So Gram, the members. So the Gram Sabha is selecting the members of the Gram Panchayat, and their duty is to look after the functioning of the day-to-day activities of the Panchayat. So that is what the first duty. Now, a very warm good morning, dear students. Students, we are just continuing with the Gram Panchayat. So we have seen the Pradhan, the Upapradhan. So the Pradhan calls the meetings of the Panchayat and presides over them. So Pradhan is the main person in the Panchayat, and he is presiding over everything. The Upapradhan, we can say Upapradhan presides in the absence of Pradhan. Both are also selected by the Gram Panchayat. You can see both are also elected by the Gram Panchayat. So the Upapradhan, actually the Upapradhan presides in the absence of Pradhan, and both are also elected by the Gram Panchayat. Okay, you need to understand that. The Pradhan, the Upapradhan and the other members of the Panchayat are honorary, which means that they do not draw salary for their services. Various committees are also elected, each with a chairperson to carry out various duties. You can see that. So the Pradhan and the Upapradhan and the other members of the Panchayat are honorary, which means that they do not draw salary for their services. Honorary means holding a position without being paid for. So without payment, they are just doing their duties. We can say the Pradhan. Both the Pradhan and Upapradhan, they are just doing service without any payment. Okay. So various committees are also elected, each with a chairperson to carry out various duties. So you know that various committees are also elected. Each with a chairperson to carry out various duties. So you can just understand that. The Panchayat Secretary or the Panchayat Sevak is a permanent employee of the Panchayat. So the Panchayat Secretary or the Panchayat Sevak. So he is a person, is a permanent employee. Of the Panchayat, and he is a government official. We can say the Panchayat Secretary, and he is a government official, and he is appointed by the district magistrate. And he draws a monthly salary. So he is appointed. So you can see that the Panchayat Sevak is a permanent employee of the Panchayat. He is a government official and is appointed by the district magistrate. You can see that, no? See, he is a government official. So he is a government official and he is appointed by the district magistrate. He draws a monthly salary. His function is to give reports of the work done by the Panchayat and keep account of its expenditure. He maintains all records. You see, he draws, who is drawing the monthly salary? The secretary, no? He is appointed by the district magistrate only. See, the Panchayat Secretary or the Panchayat Sevak is a permanent employee of the Panchayat, and he is a government official. He is the government official, and he is officially appointed by the district magistrate, and he draws a monthly salary. And his function is to give reports of the work done by the Panchayat and keep account of its expenditures, and he maintains all records. So he is having what is his duty? he has to give reports of the work done by the panchayat and keep account. So he has to keep account of its expenditures and he maintains all records. He is supposed to maintain all kinds of records. So now let us see some of the functions of the Gram Panchayat. What will be the functions of the Gram Panchayat? Let us see. The Gram Panchayat facilitates the development of agriculture in the villages and also maintains civic amenities in the villages. And some of its functions are listed below. So I was okay. We can just see help. See what are the functions of Gram Panchayat. Help. First function is to help farmers. You can see that by supplying good seeds and fertilizers, by making provisions for the treatment of cattle, by looking after the irrigation facilities, and by looking after the, so what you can see, first one is by supplying good seeds and fertilizers. So they are given goods, okay, seeds. They are just providing. How they are helping the farmers? If it is asked, then you can tell that by supplying good seeds and fertilizers and by making provisions for the treatment of cattle, by looking after the irrigation facilities. So they are just looking after the irrigation facilities and provide civic amenities. Next point is provide civic amenities. See, by supplying clean drinking water to the village, by maintaining public wells, tanks and tube wells. So they are just supplying clean drinking water to the village. They are just providing the clean drinking water to the villages. And by maintaining public wells, they are just maintaining the public wells and also tanks and the tube wells. By running primary health centers, they are also running the primary health centers like mother and child care centers. So you know that centers are there. So first point is that help. Their function is that to help the farmers. Functions of so now we have seen the functions of the Gram Panchayat. First one, they are helping the farmers. Secondly, they are providing the civic amenities. So by helping the farmers in the sense by supplying good seeds and fertilizers, so they are providing that. Okay, they are just supplying good seeds and also the fertilizers, and also they are by making provisions for the treatment of cattle. You have seen already by looking after the irrigation facilities. How they are providing civic amenities? You have seen by supplying clean drinking water to the village, by maintaining public wells, tanks and tube wells. So they are just maintaining the public wells, tanks and tube wells. They are maintaining that. No, maintaining public wells as well as tanks and tube wells, and by running primary health centers. It's very much required. No, the primary health centers. You know, okay, for the especially for the child and mother. So that is very much required. Okay, by running primary health centers like mother and child care centers. Okay. By administrative functions. In the sense by keeping a record of all births and deaths in the village. So administrative functions. What do you understand by this administration? The official functions are administrating functions are there, no administrative functions. See, by helping a record of all births and deaths in the village. They are just providing all the records of births and what we can say, death in the village. By supervising and providing a primary school in the village. By supervising and providing, they are just providing, supervising and providing primary schools in the village. Now next one, complaints against the Patwari, Lekpal and constable can be reported by the panchayat to the higher authorities. So you can see complaints against it. So these some of the officials, no, we can just maintain. So you can see that complaints against the Patwari, Lekpal and the constable can be reported by the panchayat to the higher authorities. Okay, through the panchayat they can no report it to the higher authorities. That's the panchayat. No, if they are people are having any complaint, okay, against these people like Patwari, Lekpal, Constable, and so on, they can just report into the panchayat, and through panchayat they can report it to the higher authorities. That is possible. We have seen by keeping a record of all birth and death. So there is a, after that, you know, the birth certificate is the death certificate is there. So they are maintaining a record, no? Gram Panchayat, that is actually maintaining a record, special records for the births as well as the death. So they have got a special birth and okay, we can say death certificates they have got. And also by supervising and providing primary schools in the village, they are supervising the primary schools in the village. So they are actually providing that, supervising and providing a primary schools in the village. And the complaints against the Patwari, Lekpal and Constable can be reported by the Panchayat to the higher authorities. That also we have seen. Now, some optional functions performed by the Gram Panchayat, if funds are available, are optional functions are there. Optional functions and compulsory functions we can see. First one, we are just going to see about the optional functions. In that we can see some of the optional functions performed by the Gram Panchayat. If funds are available, or you can see if funds are available, it organizes recreational, cultural and entertainment programs. Actually, it is organizing this kind of recreational, cultural and entertainment programs. Who is organizing? Okay, this is organizing. No? Gram Panchayat is organizing some of the recreational, cultural and entertainment programs, and it sets up libraries and maintains them. Okay, so it is optional only. It is not that much compulsory, but it is optional. If there is sufficient fund is there, then they can organize this kind of functions. See, it organizes recreational, cultural and entertainment programs. So it is organizing this kind of programs, no? Cultural, recreational and entertainment programs they are providing, and it sets up libraries and maintains them. So it is setting up the libraries and maintains them. So it is actually setting up the libraries and it also maintains the libraries. So now next one is it organizes village fairs and manage village markets. It organizes. So actually it is organizing the village fairs and manage village markets. Actually it is manage, it organizes village fairs as well as managing the village market. So these are some of the functions we can see about the Gram Panchayat. So I think this part is clear for you. Okay, now we can continue. I think we can just continue this next part, that is sources of income. Sources of income we can see. What are the sources of Gram Panchayat income? What are the main source of income? Taxes on houses and shops. Can see that, no? Taxes on houses and shops. Taxes on fairs and markets. That is another thing. Taxes on fairs and markets. Fees collected from the registration of sale and purchase of cattle. Okay, taxes on houses and shops. So source of income, first we can see about the tax on houses and shops. Taxes on fairs and markets. Fees collected from the registration of sale and purchase of cattle. Income from the sale of public property. See, they have got, these are the they have got these sources of income. Of course, they have got the taxes from the shops and the houses. Tax on fairs and market. From markets also, fairs and markets also they are having the income. And then fees collected from the registration of sale and purchase of cattle. Fees also collected from the registration form. No, registration is there. Registration of sale and purchase of cattle, and there is another way, that is the purchase of cattle. That is also fees are there. Then income from the sale of public property. There is another way, it is the income is earned from the sale of the public property, when they are selling the public properties, okay, maybe the used property, okay, they are just selling and from that they are just earning, so that is also used. Most gram panchayats, however, depend upon grants